The INFJ, the reluctant leader. All right, I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. For the most part, INFJs like to kind of keep to themselves. For the most part, they like to stay quiet, stay under the radar, just kind of stay private. They're very private types. And a lot of times they want to do things that are, because of their solitary nature, because of their isolation, a lot of times it gears them into being more solitude. All right? But the thing is that they are very, very equipped, very, very knowledgeable. They're very intelligent about things, and they have long-term planning, and they have a lot of decision-making effects because of that, because of their future outcome and planning. Now, they would make excellent leaders. In fact, in some points, they find themselves thrust into finding leadership roles and things like that. But it's at the cost of their isolation. Okay, a lot of times, if they're in these situations, they may have great ideas as long as they find a way to recharge themselves. This is one of the reasons they're reluctant to get into these powerful positions, because of the obligation, because of the time constraints, and because of the fact that they are still introverts who need their alone time in order to recharge. But the thing is, when they are thrust into these, when they're fully charged, they're some of the most excellent, most well-decisive leaders you'll get. Something to do with their FE and, of course, their empathy and, of course, their chameleon-like tendencies. A lot of times, chameleon isn't just acting out a role. Actually, ideas and your imagination is increased by the people that you're around, by the type of energies that you're picking up. And certain ways of speaking and decision-makings come from those around you that just kind of appear. It's something that it's hard to explain, but that's what they get into in these modes when they start being around people. But the thing is, it's short-lived, because eventually they will get drained because of that. So there's certain windows of opportunity where their leadership shines immensely. Now, this is the balance that the INFJ has to figure out through their life, is find out when their balance is exactly, how they can regulate their availability to their decision-making and their leadership. And it all depends, and it all kind of circulates around their schedule. Okay, they're introverted, intuitive, needing for battery charging, basically. But you catch them in those windows when they're fully charged and they have their moments, they're brilliant. But a lot of times they want to take their solitude, so they need a lot of kind of downtime, and that's their downside there. Again, they're blessed and they're cursed, and that's just one more way in their life that they have a blessing and a cursing as well. Well, people, that was an interesting thought that I just had. Well, my 3 minutes are coming up, but anyway, I just thought you'd like to hear a little bit about that. Thank you.